Yeah.
Hey there, welcome to the cutest travel and food show. If you guys are new here, be sure to click the subscribe button and turn on notification for delicious food with a side of sass. In today's street food cooking series, we are making Korean cheese dog. Yes, like a corn dog, and you bite into it and you pull it and you see this cheese pull and you're just like, wow, that is straight up food porn. I remember trying these cheesy dogs at a Korean night market. It's Myeondong shopping street in Seoul, Korea. And I walked up to this, it's almost like a small restaurant or stall, and it was super flashy. It had like all of their hot dogs laid out and photos, and it just looked so good. So I ordered the one with potatoes on the outside, which is what we're gonna try making today. I remember it being so crispy. It was golden brown. You drizzle ketchup on it. It was like this fluffy, crunchy bite. The one thing that was missing was that satisfying cheese pull. I couldn't get it. So we're gonna see if we can recreate it here at home. Bing! Cut to ingredients, please. Bing! Ingredients. Is this thing working? We're actually gonna start with one potato. See this up and down, down and up. Little squares. We're gonna chop the potatoes into little squares like that. Now in the mixing bowl, ba-bow, we're going to work on the batter. Cup of flour. Slap it good. Yeah, get in there, get in there. 2 teaspoons of baking powder. By the way, in case you're wondering like where to get really cheap baking stuff, Trader Joe's has really cheap baking stuff. 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of sugar. Just mix that together. Make sure it's all mixed up. Now we can add the wet ingredients. Just gonna make a little hole in the middle so my egg can rest well. 1 egg, 3/4 cup of cold milk. You can use any milk you want. I'm gonna pour that in. And I'm actually just gonna mix the egg and the milk together first. And then I'm gonna mix the batter together. The batter is gonna be pretty thick because we want our corn dogs fluffy. I feel like my batter is a little bit dry, so I'm actually going to add a little bit more milk to it. Okay, so the batter is looking pretty good. So I've actually seen some people put the batter into a pan so they can put the mozzarella stick or the hot dogs in and kind of like roll it up. I'm actually gonna put it in a cup. I've seen some people put it in a cup and it just seemed like a better option. Oh my gosh, here it goes. All right, my batter is all in a cup. So now, I'm actually going to put this batter into the fridge, keep it cold, while I work on mozzarella sticks and heating up the oil. All right, so next part, you're going to need mozzarella sticks, or you can use mozzarella blocks, that works too. There's 8 mozzarella sticks, which means I have 8 chances to not mess up. And you need some of these skewer sticks. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna cut my sticks because I think this is a little bit too long. This is like pretty good length. Bring! Oh, just kidding. If you guys want to add hot dogs to this, you basically just cut half of this off and then add a half a hot dog on top. So you were skewering the cheese and then skewer in the piece of hot dog. Ha ha ha! It's just kind of a weird sensation skewering this cheese. Oh, I hope it doesn't poke out. All right, this feels pretty good. So on a plate, I actually added some flour and I'm just gonna roll the cheese stick in it just because it'll stick to the batter a lot better that way. So next up, you're gonna get some breadcrumbs. I'm using Japanese style breadcrumbs. I'm pretty sure you can use any breadcrumbs. I'm just gonna put it onto a plate right here. Okay, so when you guys are about this step, when you're about to take out the batter and then dip your cheese stick in, be sure you heat up your oil. Your oil should be around 350. I actually bought like this temperature thing that can measure how much like the food is. I got this on Amazon in case anybody wants it. All right, okay, so I'm actually going to dip it in. Twirl, twirl, twirl. Just gonna pull that out, good. It looks like this. Make sure your potatoes dry and then add a little bit of flour just to coat them up. I'm gonna pat the thing on. And then I'm going to dip it into the breadcrumbs. Pat, 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 pat. Okay, it's gonna look like this. Okay, once the cheese starts popping out, you can take it out. Get down, that's the first one. Stick it in, do this circular motion, get some batter on the stick, that's okay. And then pull it out. Ooh, no potatoes for this one. I'm just gonna coat it in this breadcrumb. This is what it looks like before going into the oil. It should take around, I would say, 4 minutes. That's looking pretty good. Let's take it out. Now it's hard to get the rest of the cheese stick because the batter doesn't come all the way up here. So you can't, wrap the batter around the cheese stick completely, or it's hard to. Okay, it's getting out. That's looking good. Tap, 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 roll, roll, roll. Roar. I feel like the breadcrumb just kind of, it like holds the batter together and makes sure that it doesn't start falling off your cheese. Time to put this one in the fire. This one is looking promising, promising. Whoa, you guys, this one is looking so good. Take this one out. Look at that, yum. Oh my gosh. You guys, stay until the end because I wanna talk about like what works and what doesn't work. Okay. Ignore this part. Ooh, that's looking good. All right, and now for the moment of truth. Let's bite into it. Wow. That is so good. Yum. Wow. Sorry, I'm so excited. It's gooey, it's cheesy. You just see that stretch? Wow, and it's like crunchy, and I could feel that fluffiness. Okay, you guys see the gooey cheese inside, and there's like this layer of soft breading, and then you get that crunchiness from the outside, that golden brown crispiness. Oh, I'm so happy. When I was making that first one with the potato, I think the potato was too heavy, and so it dragged down the batter. It didn't necessarily fry properly. I have it right there, but I'm gonna try again and see if I can get the right texture. But this one, my gosh, this was perfect. The second one wasn't bad, but the cheese exploded a little bit, and I think it's because my temperature was like 380. Look at this, guys. Oh, wow. I'm gonna go try and make that potato one, see if we can perfect it. If not, stay, because I wanna tell you guys like what worked and what didn't work. And then we coat it in flour, as you see here. So at this point, there's basically no batter left. I'm trying to figure something out. Y'all, I just resorted to scooping it out. I'm gonna dust a little bit of crumbs on it, just a little bit. And I made sure my potato was super dry, and then I dusted it with some flour. In a lot of actual street food videos that I've seen when they make this, they use crinkle fries. Dust it in an extra layer. Breadcrumb, just making sure it all sticks together. And after using Japanese panko breadcrumbs, I actually recommend these. It also tastes a little bit better than regular breadcrumb. So with this technique, you'll see that the potatoes are actually staying on and they're not dragging down the batter as much. I have some Kewpie mayo. You can also use regular mayo if you want. And then you want to add sriracha. So it's going to make a spicy mayo. You can just use a little bit of sriracha if you don't like it too spicy. Mix that up. And you should get this really nice pink color. This is just a little bit different sauce if you guys want to experiment with sauces. You can also add sriracha with ketchup to make spicy ketchup. I think I figured out the trick to getting the potatoes on. It doesn't look exactly like the professional ones, but close enough. This was the first potato one that I tried. You can see the color is much darker because the temperature was way high. And this is the second one, yay! So much cuter. You can see the crinkle and the shapes of the potatoes. You see that? Yeah, it looks pretty good. I'm gonna drizzle a little bit of the sauce over it. Awesome. Whenever I see recipe videos online, it always looks so easy, but then when you actually try it, it's actually quite messy, and you definitely need some experimenting. It's not as easy. Let's try our potato cheesy Korean dog. Ready? Mmm. Mmm. No cheese bowl, but still good. I actually like the softness that the potato adds on the outside because you bite into it and you get some mushy potatoes with a light crisp on the outside, but you also get the crunchiness with the breadcrumb, and then you get that soft inside and that gooey cheese. It's pretty good. Okay, everybody, so there you go. That was Korean mozzarella, cheese, corn dog, street food, that one that really hot dog, street food, cheese, dog recipe. Hope you guys get to try this recipe and this yummy street food at home. A few things that I learned from doing this is I prefer to put the batter in a flat pan because then you can kind of like roll the cheese instead of putting in a cup. At the first few tries doing that into a cup was really, really nice and it was super effective, but then the batter started to get less and less, and so it was hard to cover up the whole cheese stick. The next thing I would do is just make sure that it's not too hot, because if it's too hot, it will burn the crust really fast, as you can see from the first one where the color was darker brown than the rest. Make sure when you're skewering your cheese, it goes all the way through. Also, if you are going to add potatoes, just make sure the potato is dry, you add a little bit of flour, and that after you coat on the potato, you just pat it a little bit more with breadcrumbs because the potato does tend to pull on the, or tuck on the batter. Of course, this is with this recipe. I've seen other recipes do the potato one where it seemed totally fine. I really like it just original. I feel like it was the easiest with just the original recipe without adding stuff onto it. So definitely try that first, and if you want to get fancy, then add stuff onto it. Alright, thank you everybody for watching this video. Please give this video a big thumbs up and comment below what you guys want to see next. I have a few ideas, I have a few like street food recipes in my head, but if there's something in particular you guys want to see, let me know. Follow me on Instagram, CupofTJ, and on TikTok, CupofTJ. Both of those platforms, I'm sharing more recipes, like even more than YouTube, because with YouTube I have to edit a whole video, but on those platforms, it's like super quick and fast. So head over there as well. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Woo. I'm gonna finish this. See you guys next time.